This particular piece, where are those Costco readers? Let me take a better look. Here's a couple things I want you to learn. You can learn a lot at drloriv.com on my tips pages, where I teach you how to identify all these different objects, because you need a Ph.D. to be able to identify all these objects. You watch all those other appraisal shows. You're watching those shows, you're saying to yourself, oh, we gotta wait for the guy who's the specialist in costume jewelry, or the guy who's the specialist in ceramics, or the guy who's the specialist in dolls. One woman, the specialist in everything. Because if you have to teach it, you've got to know it. When you look at the back of a piece of costume jewelry that's set like this, I want you to make a distinction between whether it's little tiny settings or whether it's one big setting, okay? And it depends on how these pieces are actually set, because this is actually multiple settings put together, okay? Going to be more valuable than those which are one particular piece, only one setting, right? And then they kind of put it in. These particular pieces here look like glass. They're actually called Austrian crystal. Austrian crystal means it has some lead content, right, within the glass. However, they're colored glass. So turquoise color, and then this one is an amethyst color, but it's not a real amethyst, it's a synthetic piece. Value of the piece in my hand, $125. What did you pay at the yard sale? $3. $3. Did you negotiate? You're laughing. You're like, could you be that cheap? She's on this big hit show. She's a, well-known appraiser internationally, and I'm like, did you negotiate down for $3? Negotiate down from $3. How would you do it? How would you get it for $1? Don't give me faces. I don't know. What do I do? Oh my gosh. How would you do it? First you smile. Will you take $1? Then they get all upset at you. Oh my God, I'm so offended. This isn't about friendship, this is business. You have lots of friends. Check Facebook, lots of friends, right? You don't need another friend. You need them to come down to $1, right? Ask politely, negotiate with cash. Nice, good job. Have you met Bill? 2 kids?
2 kids,
Good kids, nice kids? Oh, grandkids, see, forget it. See, right? 2 kids. I was gonna talk about the kids, but he's ready, and we don't care about the kids, go to the grandkids, right? The grandkids must be more fun or something.
They are.
Because you can send them home.
Cheaper too.
Cheaper too. They're not educating everybody, you know how it is. Okay. So you've got this, so you've got the 2 kids, and the 2 kids and the grandkids nearby?
Yes.
Oh, you're lucky, you don't have to move the whole place. I get so many people, Dr. Lori, we need you to come because we have to downsize because we have to move near the grandkids. Oh, are you near your kids too? Oh yeah, they're there, but it's the grandkids. I'm trying to get to the grandkids. How'd you acquire this brooch?
Doris bought it at a sale in Los Angeles 35 years ago.
How nice of Doris. Have you worn it in 35 years? Yeah, on and off, not really. What do you normally wear? Do you normally wear, the big honking diamonds? What do you normally wear?
That turquoise ring.
This turquoise ring that I just insulted.
Right.
Yeah, that's worth only a little bit, but you love it.
And I have some gold.
Have you told everybody the story that you meet? Look at my turquoise ring. I've got like 25 people.
They ask about it.
They ask about it. It's unusual, right?
Right.
Is this brooch worth the same as this ring?
I don't think so. I just wanted to learn about it.
Okay, let's learn a little bit about costume jewelry. This is worth a little bit less than your ring. These particular pieces are nothing more than pieces of plastic.
Oh, they are.
But sometimes these pieces in costume jewelry are actually relatively high quality synthetic stones, or they're actual naturally developing stones. Right? The other thing you want to look for when it comes to costume jewelry, you can learn all of this at drloriv.com. One of the things you want to learn about costume jewelry is you want to learn that, in fact, these particular pieces will always be marked with either a maker's mark like Trifari or Coro or Sarah Coventry or Avon, any of those particular names and others. It must be marked, and if it's a good piece of metal, the metal and type of metal will be marked too. Value on the piece here, which dates from about 1950, is worth about $40. Not bad. Construction, right, of the piece itself, and I want you to think about how the details are attached to the backing or the setting. In this particular case, it's small wires, how it's been done. And also you have a pin. The pin is seeing its age, feeling its age. When you get up in the morning, that ankle just doesn't want to turn,
It's not straight.
Yeah, exactly. It's not straight. That's not the only problem with my ankle, but we'll go with that. This particular piece dates to about the 1920s. How did you acquire it? Was it mom's?
My mother, I saw my mother wear it probably back in the 40s, and it possibly was her mother's.
Yeah, it's old. Well,
It's old.
it's about 90 years old.
90 years old.
Yeah, and it has elements in the back which indicate how the actual brass has been coiled, which is typical of New York style, American-made costume jewelry of the 1920s. And then in the 40s, she added in these areas these flowers, which weren't originally there.
Oh, really?
The flowers weren't there, and you can see there are little cups which have little beads in them, and those beads must have been lost, and she decided to fix it. Value on it about $85.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's been helped, loved, changed.